It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. The focus this morning is on food wastage, and we're going to reconnect with Kutle in just a moment and find out more about what South Africans are doing to combat this. I think it's a crisis. A third of our food ends up on landfills, just not on it. On the lighter side, one way you can deal with food wastage in our kitchen is make sure it's so delicious that no one leaves a crumb. Tando.
And I can do that.
You can do that. You've proven it many times. We've had a great day. We've been cooking quite frugally. Now we're going to get a little bit adventurous, and this one is really interesting. So I'm going to try and paint the picture out from what I'm smelling, okay? Soft, buttery, freshly baked pastry, sweet rolls with a berry sauce, and it gets a second nod of indulgence with Clover Bliss red velvet frosting. So that's double the indulgence at its best. And of course, there is only one person who can take us through this madness. It's Tando. How many cool things are we combining in one go here?
So it's got the bliss frosting. It's got a fresh blueberry compote, which I'm going to start making. So I'm just going to throw some blueberries in there, lemon juice, and just allow this to cook down. I've got it on high heat.
I mean, this might be a scientific question, not a cooking question. Why do we put the lemon juice with the blueberries?
With the blueberries, it just helps with the tartness. So once it starts cooking, the blueberries also gain a bit of sweetness.
So
and then that lemon juice just balances out perfectly.
I love that. Okay, so we're going to make our little well.
Yes. And then we're going to add our eggs, if you can do that for me.
Okay, with pleasure. Both of them at the same time. Cool.
So this is an enriched dough.
Okay. And by that, what do you mean?
It's got fat content. So it's got the eggs. Usually you'll just have milk or warm water, sugar, yeast into a bread dough. But this is enriched, so it's got the eggs, it's got the butter. There we go. So
and trust me, the butter's going to make all the difference.
Yes.
For this pastry, you want that enrichment.
Correct.
I suppose. And the yeast has gone in as well.
Correct.
Okay.
There we go. And then we're just going to get that all mixed. It's looking good. And then this is going to proof till doubled in size.
Okay. What's the best way to prove your dough? Do you put it in a fridge? Do you leave it out? Do you put a little cloth over it? What do you reckon?
So like in the sun, so not in the sun, but like in some warm area.
Okay.
Warm area with a cloth over it. Or some people have really fancy ovens where you can set it to like about a bit of a room temperature to 30, and you can put it in there.
I suppose because you want the warmth to kind of activate the yeast. You want that yeast to get up and
you need
atoms.
the warmth. But honestly, on a warm day, I just make my dough, put it on the counter, cover it, and it's done.
And then it's
and it's summer now, so you don't really need to stress too much about it.
And you kind of know that it's ready once it's doubled in size or there and thereabouts.
There we go.
Okay,
and then we're going to add in the butter.
Cool.
And soft butter at that, just so it can incorporate perfectly.
So room temperature.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. And then once it's proved, we'll have what you have on your side.
And now we've got our dough. So I'm presuming we're going to roll this guy out, eh?
Please do.
Get a bit of you there.
There we go.
There is something beautiful about a proven dough. It's almost like you've created a little living thing, a little friend. Beautiful. So what do we need our dough to look like? Can I roll this out?
Keep rolling, yes.
Okay.
So I'm just going to add a bit of water in here.
Beautiful. I love this. And I suppose now that we've got all these beautiful fresh berries, you want to kind of capitalize.
Yes.
Price-wise, yes, but the flavors are just amazing at the moment. And then, of course, we've got our Clover Double Bliss. The red velvet for me is just a remarkable flavor. It's just, I don't know how they were able to kind of recreate the red velvet flavor in a dairy snack, but it is so thick, it is velvety in its texture. The mouthfeel is just amazing. Do you need square?
Perfect.
Do you need...
Square, preferably, just so it's easier to cut.
Cool. I'm doing my best. And how thick do you want our...
You've got this down to a T. That's perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's perfect. So once it's done, you'll have your bliss, mix it together with your cream cheese and your icing, layer that, your blueberry compote will be ready, layer that on top, roll it out, and then you'll get what we have there.
It's absolutely spectacular. When you cook it, how long do you cook it for, and how do you know when it's ready?
So you put it in the oven, and then when it's golden brown, you also want to give it a bit of a tester. You don't want too much of a dense structure. You want it to be nice, fluffy. Sometimes you can break it apart, and then you're good.
Cool. I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm completely focused on these delicious little roll squares. Yeah, I'm going to go and give it a try. Now, I don't have a knife and fork, so I'm going to literally just get stuck in.
You have to.
But I want to make sure that I get our Bliss double cream and a bit of berry. And, and you can look at that berry compote coming through.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness.
good.
And that pastry is so soft. That is immaculate.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that.
I'm going to give that a round of applause. Absolutely beautiful.
And this compote is great because if you have extra as well, you can keep it in the fridge, you can store it, spread it on bread,
Bag it.
scones. Listen,
Absolutely beautiful. I can't tell you how good that is. If you're going to treat yourself with something extra special, do this. Make it yourself so you can infuse your love in there as well, just like Tando does every time she cooks. Absolutely gorgeous. If you want to find this recipe, take a gander at expressoshow.com. In fact, all of the culinary brilliance from today is there. Make sure, most importantly, you don't waste a crumb. I'm having another bite.
With the creamy decadence of double cream bliss from Clover, yogurt has never been so irresistible.
Made with love by Clover.